This is
Oh,
insane.
thanks, Adam.
Thank
Cheers.
you, Adam.
We're gonna get fucked up.
For alcohol-free beer.
Yeah.
Alcohol-free.
Cheers.
Alcohol-free.
So okay, the reason I
Oh,
like
shit.
the Asahi is because it's 0% calories.
It's 48.
Right. This is the thing. I don't normally drink non-alcoholic beer because it's empty calories. Like, why the fuck would I drink this beverage if I don't get drunk and I get the calories? Because I got really fat from beer. Not really, but I got a belly from beer. So I didn't want to recreate that. But in Japan, if they have 0% alcohol, 0 sugar, and 0 calories, okay, then good for me. I can drink as much as I can. The Budweiser is not 0 calories,
No,
but
it's
it's low.
48.
It's low.
Pretty low. A beer is like 100 up, at least, right?
And it's good. It tastes really good.
Budweiser I like as well.
I love Budweiser. Yeah.
Oh.
Great idea.
Yeah, man, I know. And they're hard to find. I bought the remaining amount of that person. They don't get more until November. I bought it all out from them instantly.
I feel like you've reached some kind of peak in life, honestly.
Oh, I have.
Where you're like excited about alcohol-free beer.
Dude, when you cannot drink anything, like, you know,
I get it.
you cling on to like whatever small joys you have. You know, I'm so tired of Coke Zero, even though they sponsor this show.
Welcome to Fear of Stairs, Desi Films Decoded, the podcast where 4 friends from different backgrounds unlock the world of Desi cinema. I'm Winnie, the Desi who's never been to India.
Hey, I'm Khilli. I'm from India. And right now I'm drinking some non-alcoholic beer, which are very tasty and feels good.
Hi, I'm Nicky. I'm a family man. I am also drink non-alcoholic beer right now.
I'm Adam. I'm the American that introduced the non-alcoholic beer to everyone here.
Very un-American thing to
It's
do.
super un-American, but I have Asahi from my recent Japanese trip, but you guys have Budweiser Zero. I was in a Japan trip and I discovered the Japanese have tons of non-alcoholic beer, and like I can't really drink. I have gout, so I can't drink alcohol. And I was very excited to see this Asahi because it's 0% calories, which was my big fear of drinking non-alcoholic before. I didn't want empty calories and not to get drunk, but it basically has 0 bad effects and only positive ones. There's no sugar, no alcohol, no calories, and tastes enough like Asahi that I get a little memory buzz on of what it used to feel like to be drunk.
And this, kids, is your mid-30s.
This is what it looks like, guys. It's not, and trust me, kids, I went hard and I'm still a huge loser at the end. It doesn't matter. I have no tolerance. I had a glass of wine 2 nights ago and I was hungover. I was like
Why?
hung.
Cheap wine
from
will
wa-
do that, though.
Yeah, it was white
Mm.
wine.
Gotta stick to whiskey
What
or
white
beer.
are white wines usually worse?
I
Like, for
I
the
always
price?
got hungover from white wine. My first
Okay.
alcohol poisoning was from white wine.
Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I was like 19. What, Nicky?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
just,
still pointing at the chips?
I was
Really
eyeing the chips.
glowing.
It's like sitting there,
Yeah.
waiting to be eaten.
Okay. So, can we talk about the movie then?
Yeah, so
You guys want half of my have
No.
one bite before
I'm
you
good, bro.
talk?
I'm good.
Okay,
no,
okay.
thanks. We're-
It's okay. Let's get this over so we can eat.
we call
Okay.
this gags in the podcast. Anyway,
Those chips are real salty. I like really salty tortilla chips.
And Adam's girlfriend makes really good salsa.
She learned how to make homemade American salsa with Thai chili, and it's pretty bomb.
and we also have turtles here.
Princess. Wait,
Princess.
she's no longer inside
Is
her
that true?
home. Yeah.
Oh my god, the princess is gone.
Oh,
So,
Princess is near the
Is she
trash
walking around?
can.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
near
Princess
the-
right there.
Yeah.
So as you might not see this, our fans, but like,
Not might. You will not see this.
but they're like the turtles. Princess, the turtle is walking.
Okay, you need more context. I have a turtle. I have a pet turtle while I was also in Japan.
Not by choice. I just want to add.
well,
Adam's
I mean-
girlfriend wanted a turtle. She
Yeah.
got a turtle while he was in Japan.
While I was in Japan, I received photos that I have a new pet turtle at home. And she went ahead and made a huge Thai mansion for it out of popsicle sticks. And it has a little like slide. And it's free ranging. It's not in a cage. So it just kind of wanders around the house. And it has little corners. So it goes behind the fridge, sometimes behind the TV. Everyone's seeing videos of it.
I mean, we don't usually see turtles in this household.
Yeah, no, I know. She's very speedy. So we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I don't care. She's very cute. So I named her Princess. And she's very, very quick. Like, look how fast she is. She just kind of runs around. And then she tires out and falls asleep again for a while.
I just want to say, Adam, I think Princess is a pretty gendered name.
No, it absolutely is. It's for sure. But I just think
she's a girl.
It's just a cute name. But even if it's a guy, then I'm going to say they transitioned or something.
Mm-hmm. LGBTQ friendly turtle.
Yeah. It does. Turtles don't know. And then Anne has also been making really cute crochet covers for it. So she makes little, like, the Captain America shield and like a little yellow cat face and stuff for it. It's very sweet. And
Yeah.
Princess snores really loudly at night. No, I'm kidding. It makes no noise. Turtles make really good pets because, like, they're really quiet. It's kind of basically potty trained. Like,
Wow.
like it has its little place where it goes, you know, and doesn't make any noise. It's very clean, very cute. Also, they don't need friends.
You don't.
Yeah.
They don't get lonely.
They don't get lonely. Like, they're not social creatures. So, like, you don't have to, like, it doesn't need friends. It doesn't have to worry about, like, you know, human interaction too much. Yeah.
Yeah, our video subscribers are looking at the turtle. Like,
Yeah,
oh, it's-
everyone paying on our OnlyFans live stream is watching this exclusive turtle cam. If you pay for the higher tier, you too can get the Fear of Stairs turtle cam and watch Princess sleep for 16 hours out of the day and then run around outside of frame for the rest.
What other rewards do you think we should get? Like maybe an orgy?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
my neighbor thinks I host orgies here. Just podcasts. I don't. Just audio orgies. Okay.
Oh yeah. So what movie are we doing?
Princess.
That was a lot.
Also, can I just bring up? Nikki's all freaked out about Princess because Nikki like had a pet turtle too and had a bad experience with it. So you know, I don't want to. You know, I know it's weird that it's all wandering around the house, but it's fine.
All right, quick story time. Yeah, I did have a pet turtle, and what happened was that I stepped on it, and then it never wanted to be my friend ever again. And then,
Turtles never forget.
and then a week later, I sent him to the river to be free.
In revenge,
Not for revenge.
Turtle won't talk to me. So now,
Free him.
fuck you, Turtle. Go back to the sea.
That's it. He'll turn into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, for all we know.
Winnie has turtles at the park.
Oh yeah, I had 2 pet turtles growing up, and we thought it used to be fun to just put them on their shells and watch them, like, you know, kind of wiggle to kind of get back on land. I don't know. And I told Adam that he made it sound like that was animal torture, turtle torture.
The first thing she
But-
says when she comes in is like, "Oh, have you ever like put it on its back and watch it struggle?" I'm like, "What? No, no, that seems really fucked up."
Yeah, but they were in the water tank mostly, and then they started getting too big, so we went to Benchasiri Park near Emporium and put them in the pond over there.
And then an eagle swooped in and immediately grabbed it.
Yeah, so that's a lot of a family of turtles. So that's a hint. Family of turtles.
Oh wow, good.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
great segue,
Winnie,
guys.
why don't you introduce the film that you picked for us to watch? You did pick the film.
Yeah, after
Wait,
Khilli's.
the name is
Great choice.
Khosla Ka Ghosla.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's a 2006.
We watched Khilli's film, and then Winnie was like, "I have a film for us," and we're like, "Sweet." So yeah, why did you pick it, or what is it?
No, so this film is Ka Ghosla, 2006 film. It's a crime comedy. It was recommended by a friend, and I googled it. And I like crime comedy as a genre in general in movies, and it had pretty good reviews. Low budget film, but amassed like almost like a cult classic backing. Khilli says we have to use the term cult classic very loosely in this context, but
I think you just mean it's
For-
well liked.
yeah, I mean, it was just well liked. It took 2 years for the film to actually get picked up. You know, they had the script and everything. So it didn't seem like it was going to amount to much. And then it just kind of became a sleeper hit. So they re-released it in theaters last year.
Oh,
Because it just had a small release back in 2006 or whatever year the movie was released. Yeah. And then it kind of gained a bit of a following. And so they re-released it around Delhi, especially last year. And yeah, the movie follows a middle-class family in Delhi. So there's a lot of that dynamics playing out. And I just wanted a movie that would not give us PTSD again. So hopefully that was successful.
well, big gamble on your part because you hadn't seen it. So
No.
a
Funny
big,
story,
big rolling the
like,
dice there.
we all thought Winnie watched it,
Well, I mean, I don't think it's weird to think that when someone recommends the film with such confidence. But also watching the film, I was like, this makes so much sense for Winnie. Like, I get why she likes this.
Yeah.
This is so from her world.
Yeah.
We all thought
We
that.
all thought that. I was like watching it. I'm like, I can see why Winnie liked this.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
family.
what aspects of
Well,
it?
the family aspect.
You tell us, Winnie, why do you think we all watched this? And we're like, of
Yeah.
course Winnie recommended
I don't
this.
know. I'm quite intrigued. I mean, it followed a kid who was kind of tied to his family and wanted to go abroad to America.
Yeah.
And you see that play out his struggle. His dad doesn't want him to leave, but he thinks it'll be better for his career and his future. And there's just a few like NRI jokes throughout the movie.
Mhm.
It's
which is
also
like-
a Punjabi film, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
dad, we talked about the beard.
Oh yeah. Adam was really intrigued by the Sikh man's beard.
oh,
just-
the title.
just-
the tie up. Yeah, just to
I
keep
didn't realize they have like a net for
Oh, yeah,
it.
they often use
diary
that.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, just to keep it from being too long because they never trim because they're Sikh. But yeah, I don't know what made you guys think that this was a movie I like.
Winnie, did you just hear the words out loud? That literally matches your life story. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, but I did go to the States for like 7 years or so. So
Right, but that's what this whole movie is like struggling with is like NRIs, which you are, and like the Indian diaspora and traveling abroad and your cultural ties back home and what it means to be Indian and what it means to be Indian outside of the country. That's like all this movie deals with in 2006, like as you were
They
growing
don't
up.
go outside of India in this.
No, I
film.
know, but they talk about it. Like it's a constant theme throughout. Like when they have
Yeah.
the actor playing the guy from Dubai, they constantly mention NRIs. Like it's a huge overarching theme, which I have notes on later. We can talk about. But yeah, it screamed like, wow. If Winnie was watching this in 2006, I've totally seen like, yeah, I'm struggling on the inside too. What should I do? Should I go abroad? Should I go back home? Like, what is home? I don't know.
It's just the wholesomeness. Just reminds me of Winnie.
oh, well, that's really nice.
It's
The
like
fact
the
that like
wholesome-
yeah, there's no sex in it, nobody touches, there's no love romance.
Describes my love life.
So yeah, before we get in the plot, what do you guys think? Khilli, you like this director?
Yeah, Diwakar Banerjee. Yeah, I love this. I like this director. I have watched this film, then bunch of other films. There were one called there is like a detective story adaptation, Detective Bomkesh Bokshi. That one I like. I like Love, Sex, Dhoka. I think I'm forgetting bunch of films, but I mean, yeah, he came up as a very prolific. This is a directorial debut for him,
He
right?
directed commercials before, and this was his first.
Wow,
feature film.
Yeah. I like this film when I watched this before, and yeah, I just forgot like when Winnie suggested the film, I really forgot that I watched this film, and then when the plot points of the story comes out, which is a plot, I remember like, oh, I watched that. It was this film. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I actually liked it. I think it's as good as Patalgar. And it's
Almost as good.
It's almost as good. Yeah, like I said, I just liked how, to me, it reminds me of a heist movie. I mean, it is essentially a heist movie of
Yeah.
sorts. It's like an Ocean's 11, but like more low budget and no casinos. People are trying to trump this like powerful figure who owns a lot of land, and our main characters are like pretending to be other characters. It reminds me of a heist movie. It's just that. I liked it. Like Whitney said, she said she likes crime comedies, and yeah, I guess I can say that too. I love heist movies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was fun. It's kind of a weird bridge. I feel like it's like a slightly modern film just because they have some songs, but there's not these big Bollywood dance numbers. It is lower budget. Like it is a shorter movie, like 2 hours. It's not like, so they were taking some like Western influences. You could kind of see that. And yeah, like I think it's an interesting look at middle class Indian families at that time.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting aspect because a lot of Bollywood movies we watch tend to go in one extreme or the other, where you're watching like very wealthy families or kind of more, sadder backgrounds, impoverished, and this is just a regular middle class family.
Yeah, they're
That-
like striving upwards. Like they're not rich. The whole thing is about like his whole life savings is kind of on the line. So like they're not rich, but they're aspiring, and they have kids that are probably going to have a better life. They're on that whole track, and it's interesting to see that segment represented.
Probably a lot more relatable as well. I don't know if this was a common thing that happened in India with people getting forged documents or getting squatters, but like if land rights were an issue, then I could see how this movie might have been more relatable.
I think it's just like land scammers, like land smugglers and scammers. Yeah. I mean, I think I've read. I might have read these kind of news stories in newspaper, you know.
Like
But I like the part where it's about like, you know, this the dad, and he's like how annoying he is being to a point that no one, like everyone kind of tiptoes around him, and he's like buying the land for apparently for his family, but no one likes him because how annoying he is.
Really, that was it. I don't know. I found him a problematic character, but still like lovable, likable in a way.
Yeah, of course, but he was literally pushing the son away, and he was going for. I saw it like the son kind of went away because like he couldn't stand, like didn't like it being there anymore.
Yeah.
I do think the dad's the main character.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
for
it's not
sure.
the son.
I mean, his
just
name is featured in the movie.
Yeah.
Movie title.
Yeah, it's
He's
just
close.
like, I think if it was a different, I think that's why the perspective's interesting. I think if it was like a different director, we'd probably see the kid's point of view, like, you know, the young adult's point of view, like he's going to America, that would be more in the focus. But no, it's like this dad dealing with, you know, coming closer to retirement and dealing with his adult children, and they want different things in life, and there's like a Western influence he's trying to deal with, and like, yeah, like land stuff that he's not accustomed to, and like it's just like what middle-aged men are dealing with this at the time, and it was kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah, the movie does a good job taking a balanced approach, showing like both perspectives. You don't really side with one or the other character. You kind of just understand them both, and like the dad's also trying to buy the plot of land because it's near his son's office, and he takes off pride in his son, who is more successful than like his first son, who's just a laid back guy. So you kind of empathize with both characters.
Yes, and you got to appreciate what it doesn't do, which is have an annoying mom or like an annoying like aunt character. It doesn't have that, and the dad doesn't do anything weird or creepy or have his own romance. Like the American version of this is American Beauty. Of like,
What?
No, that's such an
a
extreme.
stretch.
no, it's not.
That's
It's
a bit of a
no.
stretch.
It's a slice of the middle class life of the respective country. No, it is, and so like this is how America would look at it, is like through the Kevin Spacey character and being kind of creepy and wanting to have sex with the high school girl. But for the Indian movie focused on like the middle-aged middle class dad. This is how they focus on it, and it's interesting to see those two perspectives. Those are very similar movies thematically.
Such a
All I'm
stretch.
thinking is Khosla. Khosla is Kevin Spacey.
It was such a wholesome movie, and you took that spin on it.
Because America's not wholesome is my point.
Okay.
But when you say it's the dad, when you say the dad's names is featured in the film, it's just a family name.
KK
is-
Khosla.
No, Khosla Ka Ghosla, right? Khosla is the surname, so everyone has that surname.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the title, by the way? What does it mean?
Khosla Ka Ghosla. Khosla is the family name,
Yeah.
and Ka Ghosla is like a slang for a home.
Okay. The
Like,
home of these people.
Yeah, home.
Oh,
of-
okay.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
let's get into it, because the name stuff comes up early, and I have a lot of questions for you, Khilli, about this.
Well, where to begin? Let's start with the characters, right? It starts with I'll just talk about the opening scene. It starts with our titular dad dead. He's dead, basically. And then we're quickly introduced to like the family members. So we already talked about the dad, Kamal Khosla. And then, you know, as we mentioned, there's a mom, and she's a very kind mom. She's like very nice, very sweet. In fact, like, you know, as we mentioned, there's a lot of tension between the son and the father, and the mom sometimes tries to like help the son, like talk it out, you know, like she tries to tell her husband like, hey, you know, you gotta listen to your son and everything. I think it's nice, right?
So there's no drama from her. Yeah.
No drama. And okay, and then there's the children. There's 3 characters, right? The first son, he's like, his name is like Bunty.
Yeah.
He's like basically like the hot-headed one. The hot-headed one, the like I wouldn't say he's like street smart, maybe street smart.
He's just not as smart as the brother, so he has
I
to
wouldn't
be.
say he's street smart.
Yeah.
He's just like more outspoken. Has seen like it's just
He's the unmarried older brother that every household has.
I just think of like Godfather, the Sonny, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think of that dynamic.
Loser fail son.
Yeah, loser fail son. And then there's like the second son, which is like, okay, Khilli, you're gonna have to explain it because like throughout the movie, in the beginning of the movie, they make fun of his name. It's like Chiranji Lal.
Yeah, it sounds very old. Like, it sounds like someone's from like 2 generations back.
Okay.
So that's what they say at one point, that his grandmother named him. So when he wants to change his name, his dad says like, but Nana, it's like your grandmom give you that name and she's not with us anymore. Do you want to change her name? And he's like your name? He's like, yeah.
So he's just embarrassed that his name sounds very old fashioned.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that he's
Alright.
like, I see. We see that like the visa agent guy, kind of teases him for his name, and his expression definitely show that he has been bullied for his name for like in his life.
Is there a short for that name, like a short term, or
Cherry.
is it just
They call him
Chiranji?
Cherry.
They call him Cherry.
So is that standard? Just Cherry,
I mean, yeah.
which is also a
Cherry.
strange name in itself.
I had a nickname Cherry, like not
Your nickname was Cherry?
like by one aunt of mine. Yeah.
Why?
Ah,
Oh, let's all call
let's
Why?
not call him Cherry.
Yeah, you never want to introduce that to anyone.
I mean, it's a common thing. Like there are like specific names. Some people give them and they use it, and later drops it at one point, but they use it in their childhood. It's a very common. I've seen like that happening with people.
Cool, thanks, Cherry.
So
So,
whatever you say, Cherry. So this Cherry, he's basically like
wait, no, sorry. I just to get back to name thing. So, like, a lot of the plot is about him changing his name. Is
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
big deal? Like, is his name that embarrassing? I just did not understand it.
I think he feel. I mean, okay, people change their name. That's not that uncommon.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Right.
that does happen here. in
Yeah.
Thailand.
And there are different reasons, and then I think it's a big point because of it's not like this matter of factness of it. It's just because like the father is like so like offended that he's gonna change his name,
Right.
to bring that angle of the dynamics between the father and son. I think they use the element of changing the name.
Yeah. I mean, it fits
Yeah.
with the theme of like separating from your heritage and your roots and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay.
Don't say that much. It's just like
I think to portray the father as a kind of like a very
Yeah,
attached,
attached
controlling
and then,
figure.
Conservative dude.
Yeah.
and then doesn't
Who's, like, not
want,
willing to
like,
let go.
Gets so sad that his son gonna leave.
Right.
So this son, Cherry, he's like basically the breadwinner. He's a software engineer.
They call him Bill Gates.
He's like very smart, very attached to his work, and what the family doesn't know is that he's planning to move to America, and that is like the first drama of the movie. And then you have the sister, the youngest one. She's like a tomboy.
She's gay, right?
No, it's
I
fine.
like how Adam's looking at me
No,
when he
she's
asks.
she's not gay.
Why do you say
Why
that?
do you think
Because
she's
she
gay?
I mean, I see the not most probably a gay, because like she's a fan of one of the like the film actor, like the boy actor, and she's like very talks about him like, yo, like refer him that's a handsome person, and like does these gestures of like she's a fangirl of that dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far that she's gay. She's just a tomboy.
The
She's
movie
fine.
never-
She's bisexual.
The movie never even
Yeah,
explored
definitely
this theme.
Yeah, I
It
don't
never
think-
explored this theme. I like that. That's like the first thing you guys are
No.
asking, just because she had like a short boy haircut,
Yes,
like a
that is
pixie
why.
haircut.
She has my name. Her name's Nicky.
So she's gay as hell.
I'm gay as hell.
Like anyone with Nicky is super gay.
My goodness.
No, I just think because they can't say she's gay, but they can say yeah, she's got short hair, she's a tomboy, and that's all they're gonna say. But we all know she's not getting married. She's not having kids.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Wow.
Overkill. I
No.
know.
Good for her, but
Poor little Nicky, man.
Turning Point, Thailand.
So I say boo to this movie for this representation. I don't like it.
So yeah, that's the cream of the crop characters. I don't know why I thought of that. I was thinking,
The best of the best.
I was thinking of the corn. For
That's
some
like
reason.
the Khosla family, the titular Khosla family.
Yeah, it sounds like coleslaw
Yeah, we start with a scene where he's like dead, and like all the family members are just kind of like walking over his corpse or his funeral, and
Walking all over his corpse.
Yeah, basically
I mean,
that.
they kinda
They're
did,
not
like,
walking
they-
all over his dead
they-
body.
I think
they cross
figuratively.
it, like
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, literally. No, figuratively. Yeah, I think
Like over the
figuratively
coffins,
walking.
Over
right?
the
The
coffin,
graves.
and
They're
then-
not
Yeah.
walking on his fucking corpse.
but like his corpse is there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but his dead body.
It
is usually-
represents his dead body.
His dead body, yeah.
Right, okay,
And
okay.
at first you think like, oh, I actually thought it was gonna be like a murder mystery kind of movie.
What family member killed the dad?
It's like a Knives Out situation, but no, it's actually a nightmare that the dad was having. Like, oh, what if, it's just his insecurity, I guess. But
Yeah.
like, it's just to show that like the point of the whole thing is that like the family members are all kind of like fed up with the dad, because the dad is kind of like, he's like very like doting. I don't know, strict.
He's a
so-
conservative
so-
old man.
Yeah.
Strict, but he's just like very annoying to the point that he will make sure that what he wants happens, but in a like very annoying way.
I think he's just a very traditional dad. Doesn't listen to his kids.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
well.
Like they make that all very clear that he doesn't listen. He's very stubborn and wants things his way and doesn't really consider other people.
But at the same time, he's
Yeah.
not really portrayed as like a strong character or like a strong-willed
he's
character.
not.
He's a
You see a
loser.
lot of signs of weaknesses in him, and him just kind of looking around, not knowing what to do.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
not
Shambles.
cool.
doesn't have that alpha character.
Yeah,
like,
not
you
an
know.
alpha vibe,
Yeah,
exactly.
not Amitabh Bachchan. Yeah,
So he's like just annoying.
I'll say this though, like Cherry is an asshole too.
yeah.
Ah.
Like
I don't
that
agree.
that was my first impression of everyone. Was
Yeah.
like they all suck. All these people suck.
The
Like
sister's good because
yeah, because she's gay.
and the mother is also good. They're good because they don't
The
have
mom's gay
much.
too.
They don't have much role in the film. to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, so that's why they're good.
yeah.
Oh, but there is one scene where the dad is drinking whiskey with his son, right? And then the daughter comes out and asks,
Oh,
"Why
yeah.
can't I have whiskey?" And he's pretty much like, "Go back to the kitchen
yeah.
and help your mom." So that tells you something about the
She burns another
Gender
bra. She's like, I'll
dynamics.
fucking show him one day. Sorry, Cherry's an asshole because, as Nicky says, he didn't tell his family he's going abroad, but he also didn't tell his fucking girlfriend.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna get into like the side characters. There's more because they all play a part, I guess.
Wait, I don't think that's his girlfriend.
It is.
I
Yeah.
think that's
Oh my
it is his
god.
girlfriend.
until the ending when they
I know, but
confess.
they had a
And the
song
whole
together.
time they're just
had-
friends.
when they introduced her, they were singing like, "Oh, this is my girlfriend,"
They
or
had a
some
song.
shit like that.
So they were a couple the whole time. I thought they were just friends with like unconfessed feelings.
From what I gathered is that like she believes that they're together, but like he keeps dismissing her that like we're not. I'm not. He did even say he said it in like when they were on the scooter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not anybody's boyfriend. He was saying something like
Mm-hmm.
that. So like I think it's like unrequited feelings and all that.
Probably like childhood friends.
Friends.
yeah.
She's cool.
She's very cool. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So she's like
She's hot. I was just
she's her name's Meghna, right? And then she's basically like a theater kid or something. Like she's very like free spirit.
This
She's
is
like,
our
we were-
second movie with a theater troupe involved.
Oh yeah, and basically she also has like a theater mentor, like a professor of sorts named Bapu, who will play a very important role later.
I thought it was her
in the
dad.
movie. No,
Okay.
and then you also have like this neighbor that like gives advice to the dad called like he was like that Sikh guy, Amar or whatever.
Oh, and I thought that was the uncle. I'm so confused. Okay, all right.
Wow.
But yeah, they're like he didn't tell. So we have this girlfriend who's like I guess like she's always playful with I forgot his name, Cherry, but like Cherry is so serious about wanting to go to America, and then when she discovers indirectly that he's going to America, her feelings are hurt, right?
Cherry's funny because they show him being so busy, but he's on like those T9 Nokia phones. So like him being busy is like texting on a tiny keyboard, like doing SMS. Like I gotta go to the office.
I could not stop looking at all the phones in the movie. They're
Everyone has
all,
like T9 Nokias,
like pre-iPhones.
and they're like, "Get off your phone!" And then and back in those days, they're not doing anything on that phone. Like they're just reading, tiny messages.
Or
That's
playing
it.
Snake. Snake was pretty cool.
That's true. He was playing Snake
Oh,
Lives. I'm
man.
busy, Dad.
Mhm.
Like Bill Gates is always on his phone.
But anyway, the crux of the whole thing is that the dad basically has like a pension fund, like his entire life savings, and he wants to use his entire life saving to buy land and build a new home for the family. and he expects that the family will all stay with him. You know, it's just to secure the family's future. You know, to give them a bigger home. And I think he did say like one room for each,
One floor for
one floor for each
Yeah.
kid. But like the son, you know, Cherry, he doesn't want to any part in this. He doesn't want to. He just wants to go to America. He thinks that it's such a waste of money and time to get them a new home, right?
Okay, one floor for the one brother, one floor for the another brother, one floor for him. And where is the floor for his daughter?
It's called the kitchen, Khilli.
Thanks.
Oh, that was a quick response, eh?
Why would you even ask that?
Okay, yeah. And you know, I think he like goes to this guy, this broker dude, who's like our first villain of the movie, I guess. Like he's this broker guy that like takes the money from the dad. I think it was okay. I'm looking it up. It's like the land costed like 30 lakhs, which is how much?
30 lakhs
30
is
million.
3 million, I guess.
3 million. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we did the math. Adam has been doing a lot of math.
We did the math. It's about 30,000 US dollars
Yeah,
for the plot of land,
yeah.
which is about 1 million baht. And yeah.
And basically, like, there's like he also asked for like commission or whatever. And then basically, like, so while that was happening, right? You know, he won the dad, seeing how Cherry is like not too thrilled about it. He like goes to the Sikh guy, the neighbor, and you know they had like this talk about how like you know you should really listen to your son, including like wanting to change his name, as we mentioned. And then we get this scene where they're like having whiskey on the rocks.
Well, yeah. So the dad thinks like, okay, I need to communicate with my son. How do
Yeah.
I do it? But it's actually a good scene about like why he struggles with it is because he is like, I'll get some alcohol, and it shows him going to like the government alcohol store, which is really fun.
Oh yeah.
But then they get the alcohol, and he's drinking with the older son, and then Cherry walks in, and Cherry's like, I don't drink. And it shows like the dad does not pay attention. Like, and doesn't listen. Like, the dad is in the wrong here. And, you know, Cherry's like, no, I don't drink this. And the dad's like, I'll get beer instead. He's like, I don't drink alcohol. Like, listen to me and, like, adjust. But the dad can't do it. Like, he's a very stubborn man. And so the dad freaks out and gets mad, but he's in the wrong. He's the inflexible one.
He shouts that like, "Well, I'm drinking. Am I stupid?" Well, he shouts at his son that, "I'm drinking. Am I stupid?" Some sir, so sounds like someone he respects drinks. Is he stupid? And then, but all the time, like when he was bringing the alcohol to the home, that walk was like such full of shame, like walk of shame. Like he's like hiding the alcohol, like doing this very weird gestures and like yeah.
He doesn't know how to drink it. Like,
Yeah.
he's talking with the son, like, how do we pour it? What's the right way?
Yeah,
Like,
on
they
the
don't know what they're
rocks.
doing.
Just to be right against his son, he has to say those words. That's what like
Right.
his behavior.
Him and his son actually have more connection because they both don't drink.
Yeah.
But he is putting up this
Yeah,
barrier of
that's
the
good.
expectation, and the son's like, if you just listen to me, we could connect better. And the dad has the blockage there.
Do you guys think this was like a whiskey ad or like a tutorial on how to drink whiskey?
I
Because they
did.
spent quite a bit of time and it was pretty nice camera work.
There was a good
Where-
shot of the Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
too.
So at first they pour the whiskey first and then put the ice in and it just spills everywhere. So then I think the son is
Yeah.
teaching the dad how to like put the ice first and then they would do the pour. And I was just all of a sudden I was like, wow, I'm craving some Jameson.
Opposite.
And I feel like that was like well intentioned.
I did
No,
rem-
opposite happened. His dad read somewhere that you first put the ice and then the alcohol and then the water, so that that's why it's called
Whiskey on the
Whiskey on the
rocks.
rocks. But
Yeah.
his son is like, "Do you know more than me? I drink." Like that behavior.
Wait, so the
Right.
son
He
is
did
a
the other
regular.
wrong one, but he's he's like the other dynamics. Like the dad was like trying to say to talk down to the younger
Yeah, yeah,
kid,
yeah, yeah.
and the brother was talking down to the dad because he knows that he doesn't drink
Right,
and
right.
he's a drunkard,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Do you know more than me?" Like, what the hell?
So he's a drunkard who doesn't know how to pour a whiskey
yeah,
on the
like-
rocks.
So I looked it up because I bartended in some, and so here's the general rule: if you have it on the rocks, yes, you can put ice first and then the alcohol, but usually if you're doing cocktails, you're not supposed to put ice first. You're supposed to put the alcohol first, because usually if you put ice first and then you start adding stuff, the ice melts.
Yeah.
You want the ice to melt the least amount by the time you serve it. So you're supposed to put all the ingredients in first and then you shake it around, then pour it over ice or whatever. But if it's on the rocks, you can put the ice first because it's easier to measure. But yeah, that's the thing is with measurement, usually it's easier without ice. So you measure first and you put the ice in.
You know how much you give pouring.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So anyways, dad tries to get drunk to connect with his son, even though the son kind of would love to just talk to his own dad.
You get this really like tense scene, right? Actually it worked on me. I thought it was quite like a very emotional scene where they're clashing, and then that's when Cherry drops the truth bomb that he's like flying to America
In a month,
and that upset his dad. And throughout for the next few scenes in the movie, the dad is like very dismissive, very like cold towards Cherry. Like as we'll soon find out, when they're trying to resolve like the land that they bought, he would always like dismiss Cherry, like like go to America, let me handle this, and all that. So what happened is that they went to check out the land that the dad bought, and it turns out that it's already occupied by this man named Karana. Yeah, he's named after a friend of mine that I know. Anyway, it's like occupied by some like goons, and they were like telling them to like basically fuck off and just like, hey, this is Karana's land. It's already been bought, and they start to realize that, hey, this must have been a mistake, right?
there's a big fence.
Yeah, it's like a brick wall, like, and a fence. Yeah, it's a gate.
Yeah.
It's like a gate, and then there's like a goon, and then tell him to like go away because this land is already occupied. And then they argue back and forth, and then they realize that there must have been a mistake, and then they go back to the broker where the dad bought the land from, and he basically like scammed them out, right? Like he just kind of said that, I took the money and now it's your problem, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he legally sold them the plot of land.
Yeah.
The issue is there's these other guys that came and like claimed it, and he's like, it's not my problem. Like, you own the land according to the paper. You go deal with these squatters.
Yeah.
And he's a also the dad in the scene is unable to handle this. Yeah. Like, he doesn't know how to argue. He doesn't know how to like fight back. He's a very weak man.
Yeah, my life savings, it's all gone. But it goes to this guy named Karana. He's like this, he's like this really greedy man that, loves to own land. And
yeah, that's it. That is his one character trait.
That is his one character trait.
He says it often.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out that it's played by Bowman Irani, which the only role I can remember was that he was M from Dostana. He was like the magazine editor.
Yeah, Nicky told me that, and I was like, whoa.
Did you forget Happy New Year?
I forgot. Oh, he was in the movie too. In
Happy New Year. Yeah.
He was one of the main characters, right?
One of the things,
he was
was
he
the
uncle?
IT guy?
I was the
IT guy or uncle?
He was uncle. He was like the bumbling uncle.
Yeah.
For
wow.
sure.
The guy's got range, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
he's good.
He plays good gay guy, good bad guy, bad guy, all those.
There's a lot of gay. You're throwing a lot of gay.
It's not my fault. He was in it.
You're throwing like gay jokes today.
Film altogether. I like how his work table has a lighting that lights their face up from the bottom and make them look sinister.
Yeah.
In his office, so usually people have like lampshade, right?
Yeah.
But his table floor is like the light source, so everyone like when someone talks, their face like lights up from the bottom and give this sinister look in his office.
He also has like the coolest phone. He has the one that like flips up and has the little keyboard inside that he's always playing with.
Yeah, right.
That was very cool.
So the broker tells them, hey, if you want to resolve this, why don't you meet Karana himself in his mansion? And they go there, and it's like he looks like this powerful like drug baron, like crime lord, except he's not really. I don't think
he's like a small time crook.
Yeah.
Or like a small time like land guy.
Yeah, Yeah.
He says that much later, kind of. He's like, I'm a small town kind of, land baron in this small area, but he's
Just
not a
small
hotshot.
town crook
Yeah, yeah.
living in.
I mean, he definitely has like the police in his pocket and
Yeah.
all these
Yes.
things. So he's like yeah.
He's got a local scam going on,
Yeah.
but that's it. Yeah.
But then basically, like what entails is that they are led to. They have been how do I say it? The negotiation is that if you want your land back, you gotta pay half of what you already pay to reclaim it.
It's a protection racket. They're like, we will keep this fence here, and you won't be able to do anything unless you pay us half of what this plot was worth. So now they have to. He already gave his life savings, and now he has to pay another half of that, which is
It's like
$15,000.
Yeah, 15
Yeah.
lakhs. And basically, like, of course the father is like, I'm not gonna do this, and so they have to turn to like the lawyers. But then it turns out that none of the lawyers were helpful either, because like every lawyer that they visited, they were like, you gotta pay us commission.
Yeah.
And then, like,
everyone was asking for money.
For
Like,
money.
Police
Yeah.
asked for money, and then they went to the lawyers. They asked for like, oh, just do out of court settlement. I'll arrange for this much money.
Basically, everyone was willing
Yeah.
to negotiate with Khurana to get it down from
Yeah.
15 lakhs to like 10 or 12 lakhs. That was their offer. Nobody was like, we're going to report this. This is
Yeah.
illegal. It was just like,
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah,
he's a
just get
scammer and also part of the
Yeah.
system itself. So the system is there to support this kind of scammers because I think he has everyone in their pocket.
Would that fly right in real life? Would that work?
That flies right now. They do that all the
Probably,
time.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens. I mean, he's a big. Maybe like doesn't scam everyone. He does scam like few of the people so that like he can continue his racket and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's an easy racket. You just make up fake papers, you install
Yeah.
a goon, and then they pay you, and then you dole out the money to the police, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Next time, do it again.
And so I guess that because they couldn't do anything about it, the father has like a breakdown basically. Like, what am I gonna do? And the children are really sad to see their father in ruin, like with no money. And I guess like Bunty has this plan where I'm gonna go contact some local wrestlers.
This was my favorite part of the movie, by the way.
They got into a
I
house.
love this shit.
It's like, here's a bunch of wrestlers, eat up, and then like they go to the plot of land, and then they all have these
Wait, there's the old guy that runs all these wrestlers who's so cool. There's like a tiny little old man who like controls all these like 20-year-old fat wrestlers and makes sure that they're all fed. And he just goes around like demolishing things for people and has a photo book of like all the places they've demolished.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking cool. And so they just try like the scene when they're all crammed in a car with like
Yeah.
all the wrestlers and that little old guy in the front and stuff. I loved it.
Yeah.
What a great like racket they have.
We need to have friends like that.
I know, like, this is the cottage industry that props up when you have, like, these land barons, is then you have, like, a whole little business of wrestlers to destroy walls and stuff.
Yeah, so they gather up all these wrestlers and go to the plot of land, and the way they take it back is basically they got all these hammers and break down the gate.
That's it. They just
That's
destroyed
it.
the wall.
And
I don't know
it's-
why you needed wrestlers.
It's our land now, but of course they think that like we got the land back, but then the next day the police goes up to the dad and you're like, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
And he ends up in prison basically. And then it shows that like Khurana, the land villain, I don't know what to
Yeah,
call
land
it.
villain.
The land villain basically has a lot of power, like, the police are in his pockets basically. And I think he gets bailed out by like this other bad guy, like the assistant to Khurana. He was
Yeah.
like, he's another major character, right? Where what do you do again? He was like
You just the assistant.
Sidekick assistant, yeah.
But
He turns pages for Khurana.
But he was basically ordered by Khurana to get him out, right?
Yeah.
Like he
Yes.
tells the guy Kamal that Khurana has a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
And it's just to show him, like, how much power he has,
Yeah, I
right?
guess so.
Mm.
And then like to like sweetening it, giving a treat before you give me the money.
I got you out of jail. Give me
Yeah.
my reward.
But
Yeah,
did you
it's-
guys not think that Khurana would have like met him with more brute force? He pretty much went and like demolished the entire wall. I thought this was when we'd see Khurana turn a bit more dangerous. But instead, he sends his henchman to get him out of jail and then offers a reduction from 15 lakhs to 12 lakhs.
I was confused by that, but this is what me and Nikki talk about, where everything they do just works out for them magically.
Yeah.
I think I kind of felt it's more realistic because like he's like a old dude in like a who has like no power, and he's like a land baron mafia, and then like he's like a small target for him. He's not gonna dirty his hand like.
But some people
killing
would have
him or
gone
something.
pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah,
you
they have
destroyed
to
my
be-
entire property.
I think he's like a cool-headed villain guy. Like he's like he can keep his cool because he knows like he can just. I mean, whatever. I think there is like a window of negotiation of the amount of the land because it's totally extra money, extortion money they are getting. So they're okay with because it's not a loan or something like that, right? It's like
It's free money.
It's free money, so there is a wiggle room for them, and they are like doing all these things, like seeing like how far they can go and stuff like that.
And also, he's saying like, if I got you out of jail, I could put you back in.
Yeah.
Like I control the police, so let's just be nice and give me the money and let's stop this nonsense.
Still a much nicer villain than I would have expected.
He's the
Which
nicest
kind of
guy
like
I've
fits the
ever
theme
met.
of the movie. The whole movie is just kind of wholesome. Even the bad men are like,
Pleasant bad guys.
Those are bad guys. Yeah. And then so when they offered to, now that they bailed the dad out, they offered like the new price, like 12 lakhs, and then basically he's like, you know what, fuck this, I give up, I don't want to do anything. Cherry, go to America. Go do your software engineer job. And that's when Cherry has this realization that, oh no, I gotta save my dad, and then realizes that he has to help him out basically. So he goes to his girlfriend, and then they said, we need to seek out a plan. And another character that we haven't mentioned is that like when Cherry was planning to go to America, he's been talking to this visa agent, basically the guy that makes fun of his name. And then it turns out, I don't know how things work out, but the visa agent reveals that, oh yeah, I was a former accomplice of Karana, he fucked me over too, and I will help you fuck him over.
He doctored papers or something for this guy, but also, so like he thinks that the name is gonna make the guy get a visa denied. I forgot, that is the plot, right? He wants to change his name so his visa's approved.
They're gonna make fun of your name in US, in America. Like, do you know like what happens to people?
I thought it was like
with
the
your
visa.
name?
I thought it was about the visa, about like they were not getting approved.
no, he's just gonna get bullied. But like it would have no implication on his visa. He was pretty close to getting it anyway.
Yeah, I think he got the visa.
He got the visa in the movie. Yeah.
You can't have anyone make fun of my name. I love like
the
American
guy
businesses being like, oh, Cherry. Like they don't know what old Indian names are. Like if I don't know, then how would anyone know? Like I want to make fun of him. I would have no clue.
But I think a guy going as Cherry in America would also be a little bit more strange. No? Cherry?
Why?
Just change it to Jerry and we're
Oh
all
yeah,
good.
he would just probably end up changing it to Jerry. They do recommend a few names throughout the movie, one of which is what's that?
Whatever he recommends are also old as F. Right? Yeah.
Ricky Martin. Yeah.
Oh, Ricky Martin.
Yeah, he did say
Oh yeah,
Martin.
that's when the girl is like talking about the taking the name of one of the Bollywood actor, Vivek Oberoi, and then she has a poster of that guy in her room. So that's why I was like, maybe not. And then like I kind of see just like her short hair and everything. He's like her behaving more boyish because like he grew up with the brothers, and he's also like kind of fighting to take the place and the respect her brothers get, which she doesn't get as a girl. So it has like, and she's young, right? So she's kind of making this thing. Yeah,
that's a very good read, Khilli. As someone with two brothers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably very accurate.
Is that why you have short hair, Winnie? For all the listeners.
Oh yeah, super short.
So the visa agent, I think his name is like Asif, basically.
Asif Iqbal, yeah.
Asif Iqbal.
He's
And
played by Vinay Pathak. I really like. Okay, I just taking you.
I don't know who that is.
I really like this actor as well.
Okay.
Like he's. I like his other films. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I told Nicky he reminds me of Nedry from Jurassic Park. You know, the hacker guy that steals like all the dinosaur eggs and stuff.
He's ultra max fat, right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Asif concocts a
see.
plan where it's like, we steal the money from Kurana and then buy back the land, without his knowledge that the money has been stolen, right? And how do they do that? So remember the theater professor that Cherry's girlfriend has? Basically, they enlist his help because he's such a great actor. He's a great imitator, great impersonator, not imitator, impersonator. And we also need like an assistant for this guy, so they got one of the theater people,
Yeah.
like this nerdy looking dude.
He hates the theater group. Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of like these independent theater groups.
So what we get for the next duration of the next parts of the next few scenes of the movie is basically them trying to essentially figure out the heist, right? So the first things first, they try to. So this guy,
sorry, really quick.
Yeah.
I want to mention, because this is part of the theme. They need this guy to act like an NRI, and they keep bringing up NRIs, which is non-resident Indians.
Yeah, Dubai, from Dubai. It's
Yeah, I mean, but they were like figuring out which countries to do initially. No matter what, he had to be NRI, and I want to point it out just because it's thematic, and we'll
Yeah.
get to it later. But like, to impress this guy, then he needs to look like a Indian that isn't in India.
yeah, and also like he said, like you have to be like very respectable, sophisticated.
Which
and,
means
like,
if you're Indian, you're not. I just want to touch on that before we continue.
I don't think so. I think it's like NRI because cannot trace back his address, like fake address.
It's to impress him and
It's
make
his
him look
prestige.
rich.
It's a prestige, and
Yeah,
also like you
yeah.
have like more money, like it's more prestige. Like you have more money
Right.
and land and stuff like that. Yeah. So it will evoke a certain respect from the land mafia.
his name is Bapu. I was trying to figure out his name. The theater guy, the theater master. So yeah, they figured out that like he should be from Dubai. He's supposed to be this
Because
businessman.
Bunty's a genius, I want to point out.
Yeah, we get like this scene where they're like trying to think of where should this character come from, and they were like America or whatever, and then Bunty in all his
Wisdom.
wisdom, was like Dubai.
And then they all stop, and they're like, holy shit, you're a genius.
Which I thought was really strange because there's a lot of like Indian migrant workers as well in Dubai.
Right.
Whereas if you go to like America, I mean, not necessarily, but most likely you're there from education visa that turns into like a white collar job.
Yeah.
And so in Dubai,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more varied with like blue collar. So
It's just,
I-
they're trying to like make Bunty have some character trait, and it's like to seem smart, but they're not giving him smart things to say. He's just listing a Middle East country, and they're like, holy shit, out of nowhere, we could have never thought of that. Thank you, Bunty, for contributing.
Yo,
But it's like, what?
hey man, he was the one who thought of let's get some wrestlers.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, like,
Bar
he's
is
not
pretty low.
smart, and they keep trying to give him moments where they're like, Bunty, thank you so much, we couldn't have done that without you, and it's like, he just came up with Dubai guy, I don't
I
know.
think rich Dubai businessman has been like a trope.
I think maybe
Really?
Like,
stereotypically.
there are rich Indians
mm.
who are like, I think does some kind of.
I mean, yeah, and they're not
business.
going to assume it's a migrant worker selling land and shit.
I mean, when I think of Dubai, I think of like real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
think
I
of
think
real estate.
Dubai and real estate goes well in a
It's just
cinema theme.
Yeah, I guess that's why they went with Dubai.
That's why Bunty's a genius, though.
Thanks, Bunty.
I mean, yeah, that makes perfect sense now that Bunty says that.
So yeah, so basically he's the Bapu, our theater master, has to, play this Dubai businessman, and then the other theater associate has to play his assistant, and they actually hit it right off, right? They make a deal with the broker, and Bapu does play the menacing, serious businessman role very well. That like the broker was like, okay, I'll set up a deal with Kurana. And then you get this scene where they were trying to like set up like a meeting at a 5-star hotel, and then I think there's a scene that Adam likes, right? Like in the when the dad was like trying to figure out why is he getting pizza for dinner?
Oh, yeah.
He was getting pizza for dinner because the kids were trying to like negotiate, like set up this meeting point with Kurana and the Dubai businessman.
I thought it was a very telling scene because in America, if the woman brings you pizza, that's just like normal. Like you're like, oh, cool, pizza, thanks. But in this scene, she brings him pizza, and to him, it's the total collapse of like his family because like, what is this foreign food? What is this globalization happening? There's no one at home to cook food. What happened to like my family that's here? Like, and it's shown with this like alien food that he does not like. That's like represents, you know, Western like ideology and culture and stuff like that. And it's just very funny for him to react like that to a pizza. Like he's not happy. It's not cool. It's a total collapse of Indian society for him and like his household.
And it's a very veggie pizza. And then like the punchline of that is he was like complaining about how like, oh yeah, where's the family and everything, right? And like he was struggling to take that first bite. And then there's like a punchline where he's like, can you get some chutney or something?
Yeah, he can't even eat this. It's like, it's crap to him. It's like serving him just shit because there's no one at home. And now he has to like eat this dumb Western food. I thought it was interesting.
So yeah, they set up this like meeting point like at a 5-star hotel, and that's when Kurana sees Bapu and his assistant, and he basically he's interested in the deal, and but before he gives the money, he asked them if he could see the plot of land that they're selling. So the deal is basically like Bapu, he's this Dubai guy and he's selling a huge plot of land, like a really huge plot of land. And that's why he's interested, right? And you get like people, like, I think it was like the theater troupe, right? They like basically pitch in to like pretend to be workers at the plot of land. And this plot of land is originally owned by the fisheries department.
Yeah.
It's the fisheries department, but basically it's like a huge ploy to convince Kurana that this is their own land. And then you get like this funny scene where like Kurana is just like walking through this plot of land and he's like looking at all the workers who are actually not workers, but they're like the theater troupe.
No, even the family was there.
Even the
like,
family was
Kurana
there.
and his 2 sons were there as worker, like who were like saying from far distance, yes, like we're all okay, and then like they were actually the family, the Kurana family. Yeah.
Kamal, I mean, Khosla, right?
Sorry, Khosla family.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry, my bad.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So he's convinced that this land is legit, right? And he said like, let's go back to my place and renegotiate how much we're getting paid. And then basically like the next scene is like they get into Kurana's mansion where Kurana offers like I think it was like 1 crore.
It was 1
crore.
They want to sell it for 1.5 crore,
1.5
and they get it down to 1.3.
1.3 crore. But like as soon as they show the money with the briefcase, Bapu all of a sudden like freezes up and then just like he literally stands up and leaves without saying a word.
It's like he shit his pants.
He shit his pants, and like basically they all like the assistant is thinking like, oh shit, we screwed up. You know, we're not gonna get the money now. And then they go back home. Like the deal is just canceled, and basically like Bapu is just saying like, you know, he can't go through with it because it's like we're deceiving people. And then you have like this scene, I don't know, I can't get over it, but like it's this scene where like the dad comes in and says like, you know, it's not your fault for not going through with the deal because you're all trying to deceive people. This is all like ridiculous. Like you're just pretending to be people. The land is fraudulent. It's not real.
This is a crime.
It's like it's a crime. But then like suddenly the phone rings and they're like the phone rings and then basically Kurana's like, all right, let's, you know, you walked away and I get it. Maybe I'm not giving you enough money, so I'll give you like 1.40 crore.
Yeah.
So it worked in their favor.
And everyone's like, yeah, cool, great. And everyone's like clapping and stuff like, you did it, Bupa. And he's like, sweet.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what?
And then the dad was like, okay, yeah, after all the speech about how it's so bad, now they decide to do it.
I think the theater guy wanted to mean like that he never seen that much of money. He barely sees like little bit of money in his pocket,
Yeah,
and he's
right.
like a poor person. And looking at like all those money, like he couldn't deal with that the shock value of looking at that much
Yeah.
of cash in one box, and he had like kind of a nervous attack and he left.
But then he explains it to them like it's a moral crisis. And
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
did.
yeah,
He did
he's like,
mention
oh,
that.
like, this is, you guys don't know what you're doing, and this is a crime. And then they're like, hey, it's 1.4, and they're like, let's go home and celebrate. We did it, guys.
He's
Good
dealing
job,
with
boys.
He's like virtue signaling to deal with his weakness.
One time I was at MBK, this kind of mall in Bangkok, and there was this bag that I wanted, and the price was like 2,300, right? And I said, okay, I'll buy it for 2,000, and then she said 1,500. The store lady, I was like, yeah, sure, that's lower than what I said. I'll take that. Like, you're really bad at bargaining, idiot. Like, take my 2,000 I was giving you. And this is kind of remind me of that. Like, very poor negotiating skills.
Was it English?
No, she's Thai.
No, where did you say in English?
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah, but I was like 2,000, and she's like 1,500. So she had a price that the bag was already, and I was like, okay, fine. Sure, you could have had more.
But then, like, when they so they offered like the new increased price, right? On one condition is that they need to show him the land again. And that was when things get like very hectic because like the theater troupe is like away in Bangalore or something, and then they have to. So that's the family suddenly have to like pretend to be in the land deal basically. And then what else happens?
So yeah, he goes back to the
they go back
land,
to
and
the
that's
land.
kind of, and then again, there's zero problems.
Yeah, there was
Like-
there was zero problems. He's like, okay, let's go back to my mansion and have a drink, right?
Yeah.
And then like you have this like comedic scene where it's like Kurana's just drunk and he's like, I didn't think you were the man that you think you are or something. Like
Yeah.
it was like you think that he's like onto something. But then like we've been saying this whole time, it works out on their favor because like they still got the money. Like they got the money. And I don't know, I guess when they got the money, they managed to pay him back and they get the land back. I don't.
Right, so he does the land deal, and they
Yeah.
give him the fake documents, and the money that he gives them, it's so much that they're able to pay him the bribe money that he's asking for, and then dish out, more money to everyone that was like
Yeah.
partaking in this.
Did Kurana pay the whole money or the like advance?
It was like the
or-
advance.
It was an
It's
advance.
payment.
So, but it's like it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
advance was 35, and then they just had to pay
12 to
12,
him,
and then they just split the rest amongst each
split
other.
the rest.
See?
What year did this film come out?
2006.
2006. Oh my god, was the land price that cheap that point?
Yeah, but it's in the middle of nowhere too.
Yeah, but like it's already getting out. Now it's like it would be 3-4 times. Yeah.
Okay, like so they got the land back, right? But like the thing that the next scene that really like ticked me off was that it's like Cherry seeing the value of family is like, you know what? I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna go to America. And then he confesses his love for
Manic Pixie Girl.
Manic Pixie Girl. And I'm like, what the hell? Like that just defeats the whole purpose. Like I thought like we would have a scene where the dad is like very understanding.
No, you're right. You're right.
And say like, hey, you know what, kid? You know what, son? Go to America. Bring us home the bacon. But like no,
Yeah.
it's like okay. She just decides like, all right, family's important. I'll just stay. I'll just stay, and I love you. I love you, Megan.
The dad learns nothing.
Yeah.
The dad doesn't learn to listen or accept his kids.
I
The
was
kid
wondering
learns to
that.
give up on his dreams and go live in the house that the dad built for him.
It was such a cop out.
That doesn't learn anything, right?
Doesn't need to.
He didn't
Everything
listen.
works out. The kids kind of fix everything for him, and he stays a stubborn asshole, and nobody listens to each other.
But the movie doesn't frame it that way, right? The movie frames it as the kid is happy to stay because he gets to stay with this
Right.
girl that he's in love with.
I
And then that's
think
how you can
so.
tell that the movie was made by a middle-aged man because this is every middle-aged man's dream.
Right.
Yes.
My son just kind of realizing it's better to stay here in India. I'm not going to leave. And
Yeah.
it's seen as a happy ending, the happy ending.
I just thought it was such a left field. Like, if it was me, I'd be like, I'd go. I'd fucking go to America. And bring
Yeah, I kind of thought like the father. I mean, he was like kind of running away from this shithole of family. And then the father changed, but if the father doesn't change, then why didn't he go? But he
The
was
father
kinda,
did not change.
Father did, but I think this time he has another floor to himself, so that's why I don't need to step into my father's
Fuck
room.
New
again.
York. I have a floor in the middle of nowhere.
It's just part of the happy ending that this movie had to package, I feel like.
So, okay. So, I mean, we talked about how the main character is this middle-aged man, and the director probably is too. And what they're talking about here is so like unique or specific, I want to say, to that time period. So I started like doing some math here, right? So the middle-aged man is 56 years old, he said.
Yeah.
He's near retirement, okay? And this movie takes place in 2006. So 56 years ago was around 1949, okay? Which is like 2 or 3 years after the Indian independence, right? And I was wondering, like, why are they all discussing all these, like, land plots now and stuff? This seems to be, like, it's very heavy on, like, the NRI stuff and, like, land deals. And I was like, why? So then I was doing more timelines backwards, and exactly 15 years ago was the 1991 land reforms, right?
Okay.
So to give some context, because I researched this. So, and Khilli, please, if I'm wrong, don't correct me and just tell me I'm correct. So when India got into please correct me. When India got independence in 47, right? For like around 3 decades, they were trying to do in some areas some land reforms to try to get rid of the landowners or get rid of like the rentier class, and help peasants or like non-landowning people like get some land and stuff like that. Doesn't really work out in most places. Some places it does. But then 1991, USSR collapses. India loses major sources of funding. Oil prices are spiking, and India's kind of screwed. That's when they have to completely change their economic structure. That's when they go, very neoliberal, and they have to start privatizing everything, right? The parallels here are really interesting because if you look at the dad, not just as a middle-aged man who is born into an independent India, right? So you're supposed to, you are like the brand new batch of like people that are finally free from this, and this land is yours, but they're coming into retirement, and non-resident Indians are more popular or prestigious. Your kids all want to leave, and you thought you had a retirement that's gone now. Like you thought you were investing money into something, and all of a sudden it's taken away. I think not only does he represent middle-aged dads, but he represents India in its independence, right? And when he's saving up to buy this plot of land, and all of a sudden he sees this wall up in there, that is like the 1991 economic crisis. They like, what's his name? Khurana is the IMF and World Bank and stuff. They show up on land that you already own, and they say, look, you need to pay us more money to even keep this, to even like enjoy the land that we promised you back then, that you thought you had coming to you. It's gone. You need to pay me now. And so that's what happened. 1991, when India lost all the money, IMF and World Bank show up. They give them all these loans on the condition that they privatize everything and enact all these like neoliberal economic reforms, and all of a sudden land does become important, and like people are buying and selling land all of a sudden, and people are collecting this. So that's why he's the big villain now 15 years later after these land reforms are enacted, right? The dad represents India at this stage where you have these people like showing up and saying, you need to give us money for stuff that you already thought you had. Also, not just his kids are leaving, but Indians are like leaving. And the fact that like you've had 30 years of independence and it's somehow better to be outside the country or more prestigious is not great. Like that's bad. And it's like shocking to the dad too, of like, I made all this and everyone wants to leave me, This is the most telling part. So the only way when they show up and they realize that their plot of land has been stolen, the only way, and they've tried other methods, but the only way that they can pay him back is to recreate the methods that were used on them. So that land was stolen from them and they had to get money to pay it back. The only way they could pay it back was to steal other land and commit other crimes.
Okay.
Like you have to perpetuate the crimes of these oppressors to pay them back. And that's what the World Bank and stuff does, is like, here's the money. Now you have to do the evil stuff that we're telling you to do the same way we did it in order to even, pay your debt back. And so I think that's all recreated in this movie pretty well.
That's wild, yeah.
Like they have to commit crimes to pay for this guy that's committing crimes to them. And that's what like India had to do, was just to committed some land crimes to pay it back.
Did you look into these land crimes where they use professional wrestlers?
I mean, that is a very, so that, I think in old school India, that probably would be the method, right? Before you have like international financialization where you can't really do that anymore. You know, like you do have local thugs beat up the local landlord and stuff, but when things become so financialized and you're dealing with, you know, Dubai and money from all over and police enforcing these private land laws now, like you can't do the old school methods anymore. Like small town stuff doesn't work. You have to now go perpetuate the crimes that were enacted on you.
Yeah, it's kind of definitely a reminder of like a feudal versus neo-capitalism kind of
Yeah.
characteristics going on. And the film also danks on danks is the right term, right? The film also danks on Indian traditions, like some religious angle and stuff like that. They make fun of the goddess, like, and he's gonna make the goddess temple, and apparently he does only deals on Friday to appease the goddess, that because they didn't know what to say, and then like it's like kind of a tongue-in-cheek humor. So yeah, it's like, and also like how like the dad is like about the kid's name or like everything, and it's kind of quite vocally critical about Indian traditions and makes fun of it in a solid, like, few of the scenes and all these quirks people have. Yeah,
it sucks when you like put all this effort into like wanting your own identity and securing it, and then people are trying to change their names or go abroad or something like that. You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing to look at in the movie, how they explore that.
I think the dad deserved that.
Yeah. Well, he's stubborn, you know.
And then
He's an asshole.
I think to tie up the loose ends of the movie is that Kurana finds out that he's been bested, you know, he's been swindled. But I don't know why, you know, I feel like logically for a crime lord, he would actually like find the perpetrators who screwed me over. But no, he's so ashamed of it that he tells his goons that let's never speak of this again. So then they'll never chase after the people that swindled him.
I mean, he's right. If anyone found out how easy it was to lie to this guy,
Yeah.
like
respect.
he's a loser.
Yeah.
He doesn't know they scammed him, right? He thinks like
true.
someone scammed as a Dubai impersonator, and he's not even looking into it.
Can you imagine later on, like in the future, like he just walks into town and sees Bapu like teaching theater?
Right.
It's like, hey, wait a minute.
He's gonna kill him.
Bapu's dead.
He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill
Next
him.
sequel is like they're torturing Bapu like in a basement
Bapu
and
is
stuff.
dead. Wish you, hey Ram.
Okay, so
That's it.
Fear stare scale over here. This movie was very pleasant. Was there a staircase moment?
Not at all. This has been the most relaxed, laid back, happy ending, no twist Bollywood movie
Well,
we've watched.
For me, I was like, wait, the dad's not dead in the beginning.
Preview.
He was dead in the beginning. I thought it was gonna be a murder mystery, but
I mean,
no.
that would have been fun. Maybe it's the lack of staircase moments that was surprising in this movie. Nothing happens
Yeah.
that's bad.
Maybe it's the lack of
I
staircases.
think it just
we made
works
along the
with
way.
like
The staircase was inside of us the whole time.
Yeah, okay, go.
it works with basic plot point device, and then there's no shock value. I think I just got the thing like when I know first time when I'm watching this, I didn't expect it to turn towards this. I thought it would be a family drama of like people just like, you know, fighting, like usual, like, you know, people's dynamics and serious film, and then suddenly the like not serious but like something related to the father and son. I never expected the land aspect or like a crime aspect of the film. So when I realized after starting watching the film that it's a crime film, and then I that was the kind of shocking for me.
I actually, I was like, after the if it's not a murder mystery, I actually thought it was going to be just about the dad and Cherry.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna let you
Yeah.
go to America. I thought that was going to be the plot, but no, it's a crime comedy.
I thought it was gonna be a romance plot with Cherry and the girl about like him leaving to America and like the struggle with that, and that was like barely touched on.
So we all have a staircase moment inside us.
So yeah, I mean, you're right. So the staircase moment was that it wasn't a normal film. That we're used to.
That's so funny.
Was there a dance floor clause?
I mean, there was a lot of music that describes the scenes, right? There was
Yeah.
like the girlfriend boyfriend song.
I did like the girlfriend boyfriend song was like, she's weird, I'm not. Like that's why I love her.
It was so literal. Like it was just describing the dynamic of their relationship.
Cherry is also a bad person. I don't like this
Cherry
guy.
sucks. Cherry's
I
like
don't like
such a
any
dickhead.
of those family apart from the daughter and the mother.
because they barely talk. But like,
Yeah.
dude, Bunchy's an idiot. The dad's stubborn, and Cherry like doesn't communicate. Like he doesn't tell his girlfriend or his family he's moving to New York a month before he does. He's not cool.
And for Adam's case, Nicky is gay.
And Nikki's
Lesbian.
gay, so she's my favorite character. Family Feud factor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's solid.
it's pretty hard. I mean, the father.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
a family
relationship.
story, so of course it's feud.
It's entirely about the nuclear family in India at this time.
Yeah.
If you, Khilli, if a guy marries a woman, does the woman move in with the guy or the other way around?
The woman moves with the guy. That's the norm.
So that's why Nikki doesn't have a floor. She's gonna.
Yeah, I know that, but
Yeah, okay.
that's how it's been treated always.
Yeah.
I mean, even before independence, the Hindu women didn't even have property rights. So they got property rights after the independence.
That's nice.
The change in the constitution. Yeah. So yeah, they don't make floors for. And it's very say. I mean, I don't think my grandfather, when he may build our house, like thought of his daughters, but. So here's also one thing, like here the father is kind of more backdated than the average father would be at that point of time, and he's like also backdated amongst his folks. That's why his friends tells him like what to do, and he's like left behind.
He's
kind
super
of.
old.
Yeah.
Regional heat check. Was it accurate?
I mean,
Has anyone lived in undeveloped suburbs in India?
No, this is strictly middle class family in Delhi, I'd say.
Yeah, Delhi
Yeah,
point,
not
I don't know.
undeveloped.
That's why I said like but it kind of looks authentic. I mean,
Yeah.
but middle class, small town vibe, land mafia. That's kind of false in the
What was
places.
the dad's job again?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
they
some
never
kind of
reveal
job.
that, right?
Yeah.
this has a pension fund.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
know, huh? I'm
Also,
curious.
what does Cherry end up changing his name to?
Oh yeah, they did mention. Yeah, it's Chirag.
I think it was
Chirag.
Ricky Martin.
It's Chirag.
Chirag, they mentioned.
Chirac.
Yeah.
Chirag.
And how is that supposed to, like, what's that supposed to do, guys? Like, not have him be made fun
No,
of?
Chirag
or-
is a name that is from the. Since you're outside of this culture, you don't know like how it would be like to have like an older name and be from like for you both are foreign names, right?
Yeah.
So you don't understand the
Correct.
difference of the like the era between them.
But that's
So-
my point, though, is if you're worried about Americans making fun, Americans have no clue.
No, and so that wasn't the purpose
Yeah.
because he kept an Indian name, right? He didn't go for something like John or Kevin.
Yeah.
Then
I think-
it would be changing it for Americans. But the fact that he retained an Indian name just shows that he just didn't like that name. It wasn't a rejection of his culture. It was a rejection of the name that his father chose for
Hey,
him.
there we
No,
go.
father's mother.
Yeah, father's mother,
Yeah,
and him
I'm-
wanting to have that
All right,
independence.
that's good.
Yeah.
And I know
Also-
a guy named Chirag.
Also, I think like when they say like you're gonna be make fun of in America, I think that the agent is just talking out of his ass. Like he doesn't know how America is like.
Well, that's why I was
he
like,
will be
dude, you're
made
changing
fun.
your... Why are we spending time on this in the movie about changing your name?
I think he's just pulling his leg.
No,
That's why
I think that can definitely happen. Like a lot of people change their names, or they'll go by something more westernized, a westernized version of their name.
But Chirag is not a Western name. It's just a new generation Indian name. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a classmate named Chirag. Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
I know
That's why, like,
Chirag
that's-
as well. It's a
you
common
wouldn't- yeah,
name.
it's a common name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the moral of the movie? Don't leave.
Yeah, stay with your family forever and ever and ever.
Right.
I mean, right? Isn't that basically like India telling people, hey, don't leave, stay
Yeah,
here?
Throw away your future.
Choose love and family over
Yeah.
your career and potential richness in a different land. Don't
mean,
chase the
he's
American
gonna be
dream.
a
Chase
super-
the Indian dream.
Which is question mark.
He-
Don't-
He's like he's an IT professional. He's gonna from 2006 who's like already looks like a senior person. He's
He-
gonna have like a lot of money in India anyway.
They call him Bill Gates. He would have more if
He
he,
would
moved to
have
New
more
York,
money,
dude.
right?
Of
Way
course,
more.
yeah, of course.
He could buy the whole plot of land, no problem.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Stop the brain drain. Stay in India.
Now they're gonna have
Contribute
to.
to your economy. Stay with your family.
Now they're gonna have
Just
to.
with the visa stuff.
Oh yeah, they have to
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people have to come back. Yeah.
Lots of Indians are affected.
All right. Great talk. Winnie, don't die. Are you doing okay?
I am okay. I've caught a fever while watching the movie on 2x. So
I hope that means that you never do that again. I hope there's muscle memory now.
I guess it's punishment, I guess, for not finishing the film.
Watching a
earlier.
movie at 1.2 speed is bad for your health. Please don't do it.
So, who's choosing the next movie?
I am. We're doing the Guru Dutt film.
Ah.
Can we say that? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The oldest film.
When giving out the
Mr. and
giving out the
Mrs.
name?
55. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Giving out the name, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's fun.
I want to watch Guru Dutt. I have a story. That was the first Indian movie I've ever seen was a Guru Dutt film. Not this one.
Oh,
I haven't
wow.
seen this one, but the Guru Dutt means a lot. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, listeners who are still here. Thank you for listening to the full episode. Subscribe our channels. We are on YouTube. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. We are all on our website, fearofstairs.com. We are on every podcast websites under the sun. And please subscribe us everywhere. Let us know how you feel about our episodes, and if you have any suggestion on any film that you wanna be decoded, then please let us know. Drop a comment, and we will most probably at certain point of time talk about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please leave a review. Tell your friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.